All right, everyone, here we go with a little energetic weather update. I thought it was necessary based on a couple of phone calls I got from friends of mine, but also what I'm picking up on. And so I did a shuffle on it. I said, what's the energy around my viewers right now? What's the energy around all of us? I got a pre-shuffle here. We're going to talk about it. It's important energy. But you know, we'll get there. So pay attention. I would, because if it hasn't hit you yet, it will. All right. That said, it's a general reading. May or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here, you found Steve Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. Okay? You're probably here, especially for an energetic weather update, for a reason. This reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, you meant to find it. Like I said, if this energy hasn't caught up to you yet, it will. I shuffled a couple of decks, actually. I did this one, and I did the animal deck. Here's the imagination side of it, and here's the high energy side of it in the surface energy. The King of Swords, Strength, and the Knight of Wands. It's a high energy, okay? There's a lot of energy right now for various reasons, both astrologically and within the core energy. However, this energy has, because of that high energy, it has a lot of imagination to it. It has a lot of intuitive flow, we'll call it, with the Queen of Cups crossed by the Two of Wands. Okay? Now, imagination is a bit of a double-edged sword. And we know that because it can run away with you, right? So, again, I've said this to you before in energetic weather updates. If you're one of those people who's prone to overthinking, getting paranoid, making mountains out of molehills, hypochondria, that kind of thing, this energy, be careful. There's a lot of imagination. It's a high level of energy. All right? King of Swords, Strength, the Knight of Wands, a lot of imagination, intuition flowing, but that can generate a lot of fears from the depths. You can make mountains out of molehills with it, and the universe is very clear with its double-edged sword that I was just talking about, with the Five of Swords, false victory, self-sabotage, stabbing yourself in the foot. This amount of energy, this kind of intuitive energy flow, imagination, I like to call it, with that kind of high energy that I showed you from the other deck, is a breeding ground for all sorts of nonsense. Okay? So don't make mountains out of molehills here. Just kind of go with it. Enjoy the energy. It's around for a few days. All right? It is peaking today. I will tell you that. Today being the day I'm pulling the reading, which is the 18th. So keep that in mind. All right? But it's been around. It's been here for a day or so. And it'll linger around for a bit. But again, you're all moving at different speeds on your timeline. It might hit you at a different time. So keep that in mind. Go ahead and use your imagination. Go, you know, whatever. But try not to get yourself all in a tizzy. All right? That imagination in high energy flow will get away from you. All right? And that high energy flow reflected in a reading I did the other day in the mid-month for the soulmate cycle, where we had the Knight of Wands in the energy of your connection. High energy flow everywhere. All right? But the energy around us, the environmental energy, is very imaginative. You can create some great things, but you can also create some nightmares, which is what the Moon and the Five of Swords was talking about. All right? So if you're someone who's prone to that, keep that in mind and check yourself. All right? Check yourself at the door. All right, let's pull 3 cards and a bottom card on the energy around us. Maybe the universe will want to talk about something else. I don't know. Some other aspect of it. King of Swords. Look. 2 different decks. See? The high energy showed up here. There it is. And what's fueling that king? Ace of Cups. A lot of imagination. There's a high energy here and a lot of imagination. And a lot in intuition, emotions flowing. It's very emotional. Your emotions are running high. All right? Careful you don't snap at somebody. Be careful you don't take it out on people around you. All right? I'm just telling you. That's why we do the energetic weather updates. Like a weatherman might tell you it's going to rain, so you bring an umbrella. I'm telling you, the energy is high energy right now. You're gonna have the high energy. And if it's not here yet, it's near future influence for you. You're just moving at a different speed on your timeline. And yep, there it is. There's that flow of emotion, the flow of whatever. But it can get away from you. All right, let's go. 3 cards. Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Center card. High Priestess. What did I say? Intuition. You know, some people probably went, oh, he's talking about intuition with the Ace of Cups, fueling a King of Swords. What is he talking about? Yeah, right there. That's the intuitive aspect, that High Priestess, of that Queen of Cups that I pulled on in the pre-shuffle. Yeah. The universe very clear here. Same message in the base energy. All right? It can get away from you. Be careful. Wheel of Fortune, what's red with it? Ace of Pentacles. If you flow with this energy correctly, all right, I'm going to put that right there. If you flow with this energy correctly, it is your best friend. Magic can happen. You can make things happen. You can create things. If you write poetry, you write songs, you paint, do some kind of anything artistic, you're going to be at the top of your game in this energy, provided you keep it in check. All right, keep that in mind. This Wheel of Fortune here, this is game-changing energy. We've had a lot of it this year. Well, I did predict it was the year of restoration, didn't I? Right? It's game-changing right there. Okay, so let's pull. Which one do I want to pull on here? You know what? I'm going to pull on the High Priestess. I want to see if there's anything else. I'm going to grab the Light Seer and pull on the High Priestess. I'm going to see if there's anything else the universe wants to say about the base energy here, because I've talked about it to death from the pre-shuffle to this. But it's amazing that King of Swords came out, because it's right there in the other deck that I shuffled for this thing. I wanted a second opinion, so I switched decks to the, after I shuffled in the animal deck, I switched to the witches. And yeah, I got the other side of it. There's two sides. I knew there was two sides to the coin. All right. High energy, now that can serve you, or, you know, you could be the hyper person in a mellow room. And that could not, there's the double-edged sword right there. High Priestess, anything else you want to say about this intuitive flow, this imagination? Very emotional, a lot of nostalgia floating around in the energy I've been telling you about. That's there. It's a time when magic can happen. And yeah, I'm using that word. It is a time when magic can happen. What else you want to tell me about the High Priestess? And I just got done saying it's a time when magic can happen. The Hierophant. You can make some big, long-range changes here. You just simply have to have the bravery. There's bravery right there with the King of Swords, very brave king. There's bravery right there with the Strength card. There's a very brave knight right there with the Knight of Wands. If you have the bravery to walk away from things that no longer suit you, things that maybe you should have walked away from a long time ago, you can make long-lasting, sweeping changes here, which are represented by the Wheel of Fortune, a 10. The 10s are the end, dead end that lead to a new beginning. And a card of the new beginning, the best new beginning in the whole damn deck, the Ace of Pentacles. I mean, wow, right? Okay. Jesus, holy crap. And look at this. I was just going to see what the top card was here. It's an Ace of Pentacles. This, again, just heed every word that I just said. Rewind if you need to hear it again. All right? I don't think I could repeat it better. Okay. I'm going to pull on the Ace of Pentacles since it came back again. Just for fun. Yeah, look at that. Ace of Wands. Pair of aces on top of it. I mean, if this was a poker game, I'd take your car, your wife, your house, your husband, all of it. I'd take it all. All the chips coming my way. This is nice. Coming your way if you use it properly. It requires some bravery, which is not something you are exhibiting if you allow paranoia to set in. This energy is equally conducive to paranoia and making mountains out of molehills. Okay? Let's pull on the Ace of Pentacles. For obvious reasons, the Wheel of Fortune will come with it. All right? Why is the Wheel of Fortune? Why is the Wheel of Fortune? Well, why is the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Pentacles here? Obviously, it does want to come with it. So let's find out, and we'll get out of here, and you can go live in this energy. For some of you, it's here right now. For me, it is. I can tell you that. For others of you, it isn't here yet. For some of you, it was already here. Either way, it depends how fast you're moving in the timeline of your life. And that depends upon the decisions you've made along the way, right? Just like driving down a road, how long it takes you to get somewhere depends on how many stops you made along the way and how fast you drove down the freeway too, I suppose. All right, let's go. Lots of people make lots of mistakes, but those are usually wise people if they learn from them. I've made lots of mistakes. I like to make, when I was younger, I used to like to make mistakes on purpose just to learn from them, just so I had something to learn. I would sometimes do that. I don't know. It is. Just want to see what happens. All right, here we go. What's going on here? Ace of Pentacles. Bring the Wheel of Fortune energy with it. What do we got? That's it. We're done shuffling. It's crossed by the Fool. Yeah, this, I mean, you don't even need me. to tell you the environmental energy around the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Pentacles is the Fool. All right, it requires bravery. What did I get done? So what did I say? Rewind. Hopefully you did and you listened again. It requires the bravery aspect of it. Focus on that. You got to be brave enough to take leaps of faith. You got to have faith in yourself and that the universe has your back in this energy. You do that, and you're looking at Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Pentacles. You're looking at a reconciliation of yourself, a new way of being. Right? This reflects a lot of what's come up when I pull on you, especially in the mid-month when I pulled on you in the extended. It's very similar. It's just a little more detailed on this energy because it's an energy weather update. What's on top? The Emperor. Bravery. Taking control. This is an energy of control. Right? You're in control of your destiny here. You decide. There's a lot of power. I mean, I got King of Swords twice. I got a lot of power here. A lot of intuitive power and a lot of high energy around just in general. So in other words, you take the intuitive power of the High Priestess and the Queen of Cups and you think of it like an amplifier, and where the volume is usually on 2, it's all the way cranked. It's cranked all the way to 11, Spinal Tap style. All right? Right there. That's about taking control. That's about aspecting the bravery. Why is the Emperor here? Knight of Cups. You're moving in a new direction. You're moving in a direction as the Knight of Cups. And I believe we talked about that in the mid-month extended just the other day from another deck, I think. But whatever. Doesn't matter. It makes it even better if it's from another deck. So, that's your energetic weather update. I would rewind. I would watch this a few times. Because if you don't, this energy, it's so high. What high volume energy. High flow. Think of a river that's really flowing. If you're going to go out and river rafting, for example, you want to make sure you know what the fuck you're doing when the white water comes. Anybody can river raft in calm water. It's a little different when it's white water and there's little waterfalls and there's rocks everywhere. You need to know your shit. You need to know what you're doing. In this case here, that's the same kind of thing. You're going to figure out who you are. You need to know who you are. Have some faith that the universe has your back with that Fool crossing there. Right? Bravery will serve you well. Fortune favors the brave in this energy for sure. You got to be brave enough to walk away from things that are no longer suiting you. Whether it's a bad habit, a way of looking at yourself, a way of looking at your life, a way of looking at your job, whatever it is. It's time for some change, and the opportunity is here. All right? That's it. All right. A lot of intuitive flow, a lot of imagination. And take my word for it. All right? As imagination is a double-edged sword. It can get you into just as much trouble as it can help you and create things. Pay attention to what I said for this whole reading from the pre-shuffle all the way through. Watch it again if you need to. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. All right. Good luck.